Hello, I'm Thomas with the Museum of Discovery. Thanks so much for joining us. What we're going to do is a very simple at-home experiment that's going to explore static electricity. What I have is a basic latex balloon, and when you fill it up with air, you're going to increase the surface area. So let's do that right now. Now we've added some air inside. We're going to seal it up and keep all of that air in there. Now we've increased the surface area, and this latex, when rubbed on an insulating surface, which we're going to use my hair, it's going to change its charge. Now, charge is going to be relative. You can have a positively charged item or a negatively charged item, and ultimately a neutrally charged item. You've all felt this difference in charge during the winter time when you walk around in your big puffy jackets and you have lots of insulating material around you to keep you warm. Well, as you walk around, you have a lot of kinetic motion, and that's going to gather up electrons around you. Now, that's a very small part of our molecules that make us up, so these electrons are going to be negatively charged. And when you're walking around and have all that kinetic motion, you're going to gather those electrons, and when you go to touch that doorknob, what happens? You get shocked. That's a neutralization of that charge. So it's going to go from negative charge and a positive charge to a neutral charge. And it's that little plasma zap that hurts your finger. Now, this is going to gather that, and we're not going to discharge it. In fact, we're going to explore what happens when we place this charge near a very common substance, water. So all you need is a balloon, some hair or fleece, and a sink. So I'm going to charge up our balloon, and you're going to start feeling that static kind of accumulate on your head. Your hair is going to start kind of pulling toward the balloon. You're going to feel that. I'm sure my hair looks wonderful right now. That's okay, all in the name of science. Now we're going to crack on this just ever so slightly. We don't want it rushing out. Let's gather those electrons, and if you look, you can cause the water to start bending. And if you look, that water is going to be attracted toward our balloon. So the water is going to be positively charged or more positively charged compared to our balloon. And you can get it to bend quite a ways. So your experiment at home is going to be, at what rate is it going to stop bending? Because the higher the flow, the less it's going to want to bend. But we're still seeing it bend over right there. And if you go full force, not very much at all. You're going to see it move some, but that's a lot of inertia, a lot of force to overcome. Another fun thing that you can do with this balloon, after you bend some water with it, which is just kind of amazing, looks like I neutralized my charge there, is you can add your charge to it again, and if you're done with your balloon, if you position it right, you can get it to stick to the wall, which is just a really fun kind of trick. They work really well if you have those long animal balloons. You can kind of flatten those out and then just stick a whole bunch of them to the wall. So this is an easy way that you can learn a little bit about the difference in charge. If you have hair, that's great. If you don't, you can use fleece or wool. Wool is really good to where you can build that charge up and then bend some water. Thanks for joining us at the Museum of Discovery. Hope you all have a wonderful day.